Good day, everyone. I hope you are doing well. Welcome to Morning Sip with Red Melissa. I am Red Melissa, and what I am doing right now is trying to get Morning Sip on Instagram. So let's see if this will work because it wasn't working. It wasn't working, but I think I have resolved the issue. So let's see. Let's see. There's more than one way to get things done. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. So, welcome again, Pamela, to Morning Sit with Red Melissa. Everyone joining in. We are live today, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and New Thought Media Network. And so today we are going to finish our creative series. And what I thought was going to be like a one or two, maybe three episode series about creative, well, four, because there were four basic tools, has turned into a six-part series. So if you missed any of it, you can go to my YouTube channel. While you're there, you can subscribe and you can catch the episodes of the creative series. So we started with, what are you creating? That simple question. What are you creating? And this series has been about me sharing and reviewing with you the four basic tools of the Artist's Way. And the Artist's Way teachings is from Julia Cameron. And she's written many books. She has a series of books that are centered in the Artist's Way teachings. And so I've been mainly referring to, and I'll just share the resources with you, Finding Water and Living the Artist's Way. So let's do a quick recap. Let's do a quick recap. And I would love to know, what are you creating for April? And you could just share the feeling tone of what it is that you are creating, not specifically what you are creating, but the feeling tone that is centered in that which you are creating for the month of April. So, the first tool is morning pages. So, how are you doing with your morning pages, which is simply a stream of consciousness, writing it down? It's a brain dump. It's getting whatever is on your mind onto the page so that you are creating space. It's like, imagine it as decluttering your mind first thing in the morning so that you're creating space for that which you truly want to create. Because we don't want to create more clutter. No. So we need to clear that out. And we do that every single day. Yes. Someone asked a question that I saw after one of the shows. And the question was, do you do morning pages before you meditate? And I do, because I've tried it both ways now. And that's the other suggestion that I would make, is do what works for you. But the thing is this, y'all, you won't know what works for you until you do it. You could think you know, right? You could think you know, oh, this is going to work, this is not going to work. But you don't really know until you do it. Until you do it. So, morning pages, I do them before I do my transcendental meditation. It just creates a clearer atmosphere for me. Second tool, artist dates, which Julia Cameron says is probably the hardest tool for people to do because it's in the realm of play. It's in the realm of play. We know how to work. We know how to do that. But we also need to practice playing, right? And the artist date is a day, a couple of hours for us to dedicate to playing with ourselves, doing something that we have been thinking about doing, imagining doing, writing down that we're going to do. Artist date is the time to actually do it. So, have you gone on your artist date yet this week? I haven't. I haven't yet. I haven't gone on my artist date this week yet, but I shall. I shall. And I'm going to keep it simple. I think I'm going to get my what they now call adult coloring books, and I'm just going to put on some really nice soothing jazz music and have some cheese and crackers and just color for maybe an hour, right? No other distractions. So that's my intention. The third tool is walking, right? And like the artist way, it is also something that you do with yourself. You keep yourself company on your walk. No headphones listening to anything, no calling people. Don't even answer your phone. You're just walking with yourself 20 minutes in nature, which means outside. Just go outside in nature 20 minutes and just be. Just be. A nice pace of a walk. So more than a stroll pace and less than a power walk pace, somewhere in the middle there. Once a week. Julia says just once a week. So I've slipped off my walking game. I did do my walk this week, but I'm a walker and I usually walk at least 5 to 6 times a week. And that has not been the case the last couple of weeks. So I know I need to get back on my game. And that's okay. I ain't beating myself up about it. And then the fourth basic tool that we spent 2 days talking about is divine guidance, right? Going within, tapping into divine guidance that is always available to us. And all of this takes practice. Julia recommends writing down divine guidance, asking a question, writing it down, and then being opening to receive the answer. Being open to receive the answer. Divine guidance, writing divine guidance is not like morning pages. They're very different. Morning pages is stream of consciousness, and writing divine guidance is asking for whatever it is that you need support, guidance in. And one of the things that she says is the more we practice asking for guidance, the more normal it seems. Divine guidance in my life operates normally. It's just normal. I just know if I ask that I am going to receive the answer. Many times through walking, many times through my dreams, many times in conversations with people. That's the answer right there, right? So these are the things that we get to do. And yesterday I spent a little bit of time talking about how we can discern the divine guidance, the voice of divine guidance from the voice of our ego, the voice of our ego. And so we know divine guidance is direct and it informs. Divine guidance is not trying to confuse you and trip you up. If that happens, believe me, that is not divine guidance. It is straightforward. Its tone, the feeling tone is love. It is kind. It is compassionate. It thinks well of us. It's reassuring. And goodness prevails. Goodness prevails in divine guidance. Our ego, many times, our ego is conditioned by the past, wants to be right and make others wrong, has an attachment to things, attachments to the story. And so that's how you can gauge, is this divine guidance? It don't sound like divine guidance because They talking about somebody and what somebody did and what I should do. I asked for divine guidance, and what I heard was I should get back at this person. That ain't divine guidance. That ain't divine guidance. So those are the four basic tools from Julia Cameron's The Artist Way teaching: morning pages, artist date, walking divine guidance. So today, I would like to share a fifth tool, basic tool that you can do to companion with those four basic tools. And those four basic tools require, actually require this fifth basic tool that I'm going to share with you. So this is a red Melissa sprinkle, a red Melissa sprinkle. And if you don't know what that is, I just sprinkle some red Melissa stuff, good stuff, joy stuff on work, So I'm sprinkling some red Melissa on Julia Cameron's The Artist Way teachings. Okay. The fifth basic tool that you can use, that actually you must use in companionship with those four tools: morning pages, artist date, walking divine guidance, is divine action. We have to take action. We have to take action. We can't wake up in the morning and just think about writing our morning pages and then don't do it. Take divine action. Write your 3 pages, 8.5 by 11 paper, stream of consciousness. You have to be in the action of it. We can't just think about taking ourselves on our artist date. We have to take action. We can't just think about walking, imagine ourselves walking, share with somebody else, "Ooh, I'm going to walk today," and then never do it. We have to take action. We can't think about, "Ooh, this will be good to ask divine guidance about," and then we don't. And instead, we call up one of our friends and ask them what they think. What they think. We don't get our own divine guidance from other people. However, when we are tuned in, I have had the experience of receiving information that was specifically for someone. And I may not know that it's specifically for this person, but in conversation and sharing and being in this flow, right, of good, of joy, of living life in joy, of being connected to our yes, I might say something, and that's exactly what that person needed to hear. Oftentimes, that happens on Morning Sip. Someone will write in the comments, "This is exactly what I needed today," right? That's an answer for divine guidance. But again, we have to be in the action of it. So the fifth basic tool that we can use to support us in our artist way teachings, if you will, is divine right action. Divine right action complements our life perfectly. Perfectly. So I want to share a couple of things with you, not from Julia Cameron, although Julia talks about taking action as well, right? She oftentimes referred to it as laying track, right? So she tells writers, because her work is for everyone, but it's specifically geared towards creatives. And who is not? Everyone is a creative, and creatives, more specifically, writers. And so she says, writers write every day. They keep their part of the bargain, by writing every day. And she refers to that as laying track. Even if it's just 5 minutes of writing, whatever it is for you, if it's not writing, if it's painting, if it's not painting, if it's um, singing, whatever it is for you, just drop in what it is for you and lay track, take divine action, take divine action. So, what I want to share with you today is from Living the Science of Mind, which is a great compliment to Ernest Holmes' Science of Mind text. We refer to as the textbook. So he has an essay. Living the Science of Mind is broken down into small essays, like bite-sized essays of the Science of Mind text. And he has an essay that he calls The Principle of Divine Guidance. And I just happened upon this yesterday because I was doing some work and divine guidance said, go get Living the Science of Mind. Now, it had nothing to do with morning sip. I was preparing for my Sunday sermon and I was looking for something specific and I thought it was in Living the Science of Mind. Instead, it wasn't in Living the Science of Mind. Instead, I find this essay, The Principle of Divine Guidance. So I'm going to share a little bit of this with you. So one of the things Ernest Holmes writes in Living the Science of Mind, principles of themselves do nothing in particular for the individual until they are specialized or used. We use it by taking action. All the laws of the universe, all the principles of the universe mean nothing if we don't use it. We don't specialize it. Specialize it is making it normal. Making it normal. I have this thing with a number of my friends when something like exciting happens for them. Like the other day, my cousin shared that she was selected. She's a teacher, and she was selected for this amazing fellowship in Uganda over the summer. This summer, very competitive process. She was selected. We were all excited for her, and I wrote back to her, of course, this happened. Of course, you were selected. It's all in divine right action. She had to apply, she had to do all of the requirements for this fellowship. She couldn't just sit around, ask for divine guidance, get the divine guidance, and then do nothing. So we must be in divine right action. He goes on to write, experience has taught us that this cooperation must be conscious and definite. Conscious and definite, not wishy-washy, not willy-nilly, not sometimes, not when I feel like it. Constant and definite. Conscious and definite. Moreover, it has taught us that we must understand the law with which we are going to cooperate because we can draw upon it for special results. We can draw upon it for special results. Again, we must be in the action to receive the result. Share a little bit more. So divine action is ours for the asking. There has always been an answer. There's always an answer. God has answered every request at the level of the mentality from which the request was made. What is the quality of the request that you are making? Be certain, be deliberate in your request, be clear. or ask for clarity. Ask for clarity. I can't tell you how many spiritual mind treatments I've done for people when they're looking to make a decision and they don't know which way to go. The prayer that I pray is a prayer of clarity, a prayer of clarity. So ask for clarity. Each in his own sphere of action receives as much guidance as he or she is capable of perceiving. What are you open to receiving? Are you open to receiving guidance? Are you open to asking for guidance? And then when you receive it, are you open to taking action? It's all up to us. The last thing I'll share. We must believe that there is a divine guidance. We must affirm that there is a divine guidance, and we must deny every tendency to disbelieve in divine guidance. We must consciously know that we are daily guided and directed into right action. We must know that there is an intelligence which goes before us, yes, and makes our way plain and immediate. Goes before us and makes our way plain and deliberate. We must know this, trust this, have faith in it, even when it looks like it ain't plain and it looks like it ain't immediate. We must know the truth that it is. And divine right action and divine right timing are twins. Are twins. They go hand in hand. So, will you, are you willing, are you open to divine guidance? And once you receive that divine guidance, once you receive the answer to the question, once you receive the next baby step you are to take, once you receive that which is for you, will you take action? Will you take action? It doesn't matter what's going on in the world. What's going on in the world has nothing to do with you asking for divine guidance and taking action. Nothing. Unless you make it so. Unless you make it so. All right, so let me check in with y'all, and then we'll get into some joy news. I really hope that this has been helpful to someone, these 4 basic tools of Julia Cameron and my Red Melissa sprinkle of divine action. So good day, Ronald. Peace and blessings, love and prosperity to you as well. Good day, Linda. Good day, Sekou. It's good to see you. Linda is creating a warm personal radiance. I know that is right. I love that, Linda. Playing pretend. Oh, that's a good artist date, Ronald. I love that. Remember when we were children and we would play pretend? That is a powerful, powerful process for you to do for yourself. I love that. Good day, Shay. Divine action. Yes, going to bless the land, make a sacred offering, and look today. That is some divine action right there. Divine action, apply it to the desires of your heart. Apply it to your goals. Apply it to what you are creating for April. Apply it to your intentions. I love that, Shay. Yes, Fee. I needed this so much this morning. I know, girl. I know. Me too. I pray for clarity. Amen, Shay. I am open to receiving guidance. Yes, may we all be open, willing, and available. Yes. Divine right action. God goes before me and provides me with everything I need before I even know I need it. Amen. Divine timing. Amen. Yes, we get those hits, right? We get those downloads. Something happened that's just synchronistic. Yes. And then we get to take action because God provides us with everything, but we can't be hesitant about it. We can't be hesitant. Divine action is movement, movement. Providence moves when we move. If we are hesitant, mm, it doesn't move because we ain't moving. It ain't moving because we ain't moving. So, will you, yes, Fee, will you take action once you decide what divine guidance assigns to you? Are you willing? And Fee said, yes, I am. Yes, Fee. Good day, Maria. Yes, girl. Love yes, yummy and delicious, nutritious, helpful. Yes, it's not big enough a word. Thank you, Fee. Yes, 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 Maria. Divine action, divine right action. I think y'all got it. I think, but you know what? The proof is in the pudding, as they say. So ask for divine guidance, write it out. I wrote out divine guidance for clarity on something that came through on Wednesday's visioning. The first Wednesday of the month, I lead a visioning, life visioning process. And this word came through, and I was like, that's not a word that I would use. And it's a word that usually has a negative connotation attached to it. And so I was asking for divine guidance. Ooh, y'all, did I get some divine guidance about this? And it was just what I needed. Like I the extreme, I did something like extreme yesterday. You know what? I'm gonna put a pin in this and I'm gonna share on Tuesday when I'm back live. I'm going to share the story of visioning, divine guidance, extreme behavior, and the guidance that I got from all of that within a couple of days. All right, let's get into, I'm going to write it down so I don't forget. Let's get into some joy news, y'all. Let's get into some joy news. So we are at the weekend, and this weekend on Sunday at Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living, where I am the spiritual director, we are in our new month, and our theme for April. I'm so excited about this theme because March theme, the flow of coming and going, was just what I needed. Ooh, you don't know how much I needed that. And so April's theme is transcendent purpose. Transcendent purpose. And my message this Sunday is, oh my goodness, I can't remember. It's like something like, what's the point anyway? Something like that. It's a question. What's the point anyway? So join me on Sunday. We're going to be talking about our purpose, our transcendent purpose. Jesus wasn't the only one who had a transcendent purpose. All of us do. All of us get to resurrect our lives, resurrect our consciousness. We all get to move the barrier, move the tomb, move the rock from the tomb. We all get to do that. So I'm excited about April, excited about the theme. I'm excited about how you are showing up for yourself and doing what is yours to do. So join me this Sunday. We're virtual. Go to rocklandcsl.org. The Zoom link is under Sunday service. Everyone is welcome to come. We also live stream on Facebook. So virtual this Sunday on Zoom, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Please join me. I would love to be in service with you. If you would like to support my ministry of joy, because this is my work, y'all. This is what I do. My ministry of joy, I'm a spiritual life coach. I'm an interfaith minister. I'm the spiritual leader at Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living, which is a new thought center in Rockland County. We are in person on the third Sunday. We're always virtual. And if you need support, if you've been looking for a spiritual life coach, someone who knows someone who knows, who is like embedded in these universal principles, these spiritual practices, someone who can take you from where you are to where you are desiring to be in your life, someone who can support you in connecting to your yes, someone who could say yes, that urge, that feeling that you've been feeling within yourself that's been calling to you is for you. Now, what are we going to do about that? Right? Let's get into some divine right action. So you can reach out to me. You can send me a direct message at I am Red Melissa on Facebook and on Instagram. You can also support my ministry of joy by purchasing Joy merch. Yes, Joy merch. There's some folks from my congregation of joy wearing t-shirts, socks, drinking from Sip Joy mugs. Go to my Etsy store at I am Red Melissa, and you will find everything that you need there. The t-shirts are long sleeve and short sleeve, and I love them. I drink from my Sip Joy mug, and I just feel joy. I do. I do. So there are some items that you can purchase to remind yourself the joy that you are already. Yes? All right, y'all. So I will see you hopefully on Sunday. If not, I will see you next week for another episode of Morning Sip with Rev Melissa. Have a wonderful today. Thank you all so very much. I appreciate you all. I love you all. And I am here for you. So, peace and blessings, everybody. Peace and justice. We are living life in joy. Yes, we are connected to our yes.